In the summer of 2009, you could walk into a car dealership with a sputtering 15-year-old SUV, trade it in, and walk out with a brand new vehicle plus a check from the federal government. The old car, it wasn't resold. It wasn't auctioned. It was destroyed. To auto enthusiasts, it was sacrilege. But to Congress, it was stimulus. The program was called Cash for Clunkers, officially the Car Allowance Rebate System, or CARS. It launched during the depths of the Great Recession. Factories had stopped. Dealerships were empty. The U.S. auto industry was collapsing. The federal government needed to move metal, so it did something bold. It offered Americans up to $4,500 to scrap their running cars and replace them with new, more fuel-efficient ones. The trade-in had to be drivable, less than 25 years old, and get no better than 18 miles per gallon, about 13.1 liters per 100 kilometers. The replacement had to beat that by at least 4 miles per gallon, or 0.6 liters per 100 kilometers. It was designed to pull old gas guzzlers off the road and jumpstart sales. And it worked on paper. In just 8 weeks, 690,114 vehicles were turned in and destroyed. The average fuel economy jumped from 15.8 to 24.9 miles per gallon, 6.6 to 9.4 liters per 100 kilometers. Dealers and automakers saw an immediate surge. Ford, Toyota, and Honda dominated the list of top-selling replacements. The Ford Focus, Toyota Corolla, and Honda Civic led the pack. Of the top 10 models sold, 7 were from Japanese or Korean manufacturers, fueling debate about where the subsidy dollars ultimately landed. But under the surface, something else happened. See, because to qualify, the old car had to die. Federal rules required that every trade-in be permanently disabled. That meant draining its oil, replacing it with sodium silicate solution, and running the engine until it seized. The cars were then sent to salvage yards, engines destroyed, resale forbidden. Rows of trade-ins lined the lots, waiting their turn. Some still had bumper stickers, fuzzy dice, family photos in the glove box. And then came the hiss of fluid, the grinding turnover, the final cough of the motor. Among the clunkers crushed were thousands of vehicles that by today's standards, they were not junk at all. Over 8,000 Ford Explorers were destroyed. So were more than 6,500 good old Jeep Grand Cherokees. You know, the ones you didn't have to fix all the time. But also there were rarities. Over 100 BMW M3s, dozens of turbocharged Saab 900s, Pontiac GTOs, Infiniti Q45s, even a handful of first-generation Toyota Supras. To car lovers, it felt like watching heritage get shredded. Some of the destroyed vehicles have since become collector grade. The manual transmission Honda CRX HF, the Toyota MR2, the Dodge Ram Charger. Even certain trims of the Volvo 240 and Mercedes-Benz 300D were lost. Vehicles now prized for their durability and engineering. Their loss, it was not just sentimental. It was historical. Critics of the program argued that it skewed the used car market, pushing affordable options way out of reach for low-income buyers. Analysts later noticed the program may have pulled future demand into a 2-month window, offering short-term sales gains without sustaining growth. Environmental supporters, meanwhile, questioned whether building nearly 700,000 new cars offset the emissions saved by retiring the old ones. The program ended August 24, 2009. In just 2 months, nearly 700,000 engines were seized. $2.85 billion in rebates were issued, and America's relationship with its cars just got a bit more complicated. It was a policy born from urgency, a stimulus experiment that hit the gas and the brakes on tradition. And for those who care about craftsmanship, history, or the soul of an old engine humming beneath the hood, it left a mark that no rebate can erase. Somewhere out there, a 91 Supra's badge lies buried in crushed steel, a small emblem of what we chose to leave behind. These are Interesting Things with JC.